What is up? Kate the Great here. Welcome back to my channel. It's really nice to have you here. Today, you and I are going to do a full body mobility circuit. We're going to do 9 moves total plus some diaphragmatic breathing at the end, of course. And it's going to be 2 minutes per move per side. So some of the moves that I have will require for us to do one side and then the other. So it'll be 2 minutes per side. As we transition from one move to the next, I will completely demo each move right before it comes up. Make sure to stay super relaxed. Use your breath to guide you the entire circuit. You want to let your body know that it's okay that we are working through these ranges of motion. But of course, do not push yourself through any range of motion that you do not have. You will get there, I promise. So the first move is actually going to be putting socks or toe separators in between our toes. We are working on the passive mobility of our feet as we execute the other moves. So you're going to keep the socks in your toes the entire time. So that is technically move number 1, but before we actually start, please give this video a like and subscribe down below because it really helps to support me and my channel, and so you can always come back and be mobile again with me another time. Alright, here we go. Don't forget to take it slow, breathe, and let's get mobile. Starting with socks. One last thing, for one of the moves you will need a foam roller, a water bottle, or anything that is rolly. That is totally up to you if you want to use it and or if you have anything to use. Alright, let's go. We are starting off with weaving the socks in between our toes. You're going to take the one sock and put it in between your pinky toe, weaving in and out all of the toes all the way till you get to the big toe, and then I kind of just push the rest of the sock in between the big toe, so I double it up just like that. Then we are going to do the other foot, and then we are good to go. You will keep these socks in between your toes throughout the entire time, and at the end, before we do the breathing, I will tell you to remove the socks. And of course, since we are moving around a lot during this mobility circuit, if your socks start to fall out a little bit, just take some time to weave them back through and you are good to go. Pause the video if you need extra time to weave the socks, and then of course replay it when you are ready to go for move number 1. Here we go. Starting off with wrist rocks, you're going to kneel on the floor, take your hands, flip them around so your fingers are faced towards your knees, and then I like to sit down on my heels as I go into the stretch. So we are stretching the flexors of the forearm. You're going to come forward and backward, repeat that throughout the entire time if needed and wanted. I want you to find a position that works best for you. So you might not be able to be in that deep of a stretch like I am. So you might have your knees back a little bit further away from your fingers, and you might be leaned a little bit more forward. You might have to play around with the positions initially to find the best one for you for today. You might be able to gradually get yourself into more of an intense stretch as time goes on, or maybe you'll just have to stay consistent with it, and then if you ever come back, which I hope you do, to this mobility circuit, you'll be able to progress as time goes on. Feel free to rock forward and backward as you see me doing, so I'm going out of the stretch and then going back into it. Try to keep most of your weight on your lower half as opposed to putting so much pressure into your hands. So nice lightweight hands. They're just lightly touching the floor. I'm not putting too much pressure on them. Lastly, aim to feel this move in your flexors. Don't forget to stay nice and calm the entire time, using your breath to guide you and moving at your own pace and what feels best for you.
You're like a ghost in my mind. I can't escape you. I need to believe it was right.
90/90s are up next with your right leg opened forward and your left leg will be rotated down inward. So we're working on external rotation of the right leg, internal rotation of the left leg, and we are going to stay in this position for the entire 2 minutes. Starting off this move, we are just going to hang out in this position, trying to breathe and relax, easing yourself into it as we start off. This move might feel pretty good for you, or it might be pretty intense for you. It will all depend on where you are in your mobility journey. Throughout the entire 2 minutes, I want you to go back and forth between increasing the intensity of the external rotation, which is what I'm doing right now. So I rotated myself to the right, keeping my back nice and straight. I leaned forward, keeping my shoulders parallel to my right shin, holding that for some time, taking some deep breaths, and then coming back up, rotating into the left hip, trying to get my left booty to go towards or touch the floor. That's going to work on the internal rotation of the left hip. I take my time through each one, use my breath, go back and forth. Again, do what's best for you, what feels the best. If you feel like you need extra time on one versus the other, feel free to do so. Make sure you are breathing the entire time, relaxing, letting your body know that it's okay that we are in this position.
It's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over now. Don't tell me it's over. 'Cause every song just reminds.
We are now flipping to the other side, keeping your feet where they are. You're going to flip your knees over to the other side. So now my left leg is in the external rotation, my right leg is in the internal rotation. Again, aim for those 90-degree angles. We are doing the same exact thing that we just did on the other side, except of course we are now working on external rotation of the left hip and internal rotation of the right hip. It might feel different on this side. You might be tighter on one hip, one leg versus the other. This is definitely a good opportunity to get to know your lower body, get to know your hips. And of course, throughout the 2 minutes, feel free to go back and forth between external rotation, so rotating towards the left leg, leaning forward, making sure to keep a nice flat back, taking a couple breaths, however long you want to stay there, then coming back up, rotating towards the right, so having your right booty go towards the floor. Up next are thoracic rotations. Having your left foot come forward to a nice 90-degree angle, you'll feel a little bit of a stretch in your right hip. Right hand is underneath the right shoulder. You're going to take your left hand, dip it down underneath, rotate open to the left towards the ceiling or the sky, and repeat the entire time. Make sure to find a position and a pace that works best for you. You will feel a stretch in your right hip and your right quad. that is totally okay. You will also maybe feel a stretch in your left glute. Make sure again you aim for that 90-degree angle of the left leg, using your breath to guide you the entire time. I like to inhale as I rotate underneath and exhale as I open up to the ceiling or the sky. Take your time, hold the positions if you need to, maybe take an extra breath when you're underneath or when you open up. Feel free to move at your own pace and stay and work in a position that feels best for you. You're going to repeat this sequence throughout the 2 minutes.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
Here we go, thoracic rotations on the other side. You're going to bring your right foot forward, aiming for that 90-degree angle. Right arm will dip under, open up towards the right. Same exact cues as last time, taking your time, using your breath to guide you at your own pace, and repeating this throughout the entire 2 minutes.
Smoke through my cigarette. City lights looking fine. And I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Stars, I wanna drive a faster car. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip.
The hip flexor stretch is up first. We're going to be working on stretching the left hip flexor. So starting on your knees, you're going to take your right leg, bring it out in front, aiming for 90-degree angles. You're going to tuck your pelvis under, squeezing your left booty, bracing your core. That will put your hip flexor in a nice lengthened position. You can slightly lean forward, and we're going to hold this the entire time. In order to stretch the hip flexor, you do not have to put yourself through such a great range of motion as much as people think that you do. So this position, you should feel right away in the left hip flexor. The hip flexors are actually pretty deep And like what I was saying earlier, just a nice tuck of the pelvis, a squeeze of the left booty, bracing your core and slightly shifting forward. It should light up a nice stretch in that left hip flexor. I'm going to have you just stay in this position the entire 2 minutes. Make sure you are breathing, constantly checking in with your tuck, constantly making sure your legs stay in that nice separate lane, 90-degree angles, staying calm and using your breath to guide you.
Time has gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Bruises, they come and they go, and we have to try and keep up, 'cause this life's so much more. Ooh, and I still want.
Here we go into the hip flexor stretch on the other side. So your left leg will come in front. Again, 90-degree angles, separate lanes. Tuck the pelvis, squeeze the right booty cheek, core is tight. Shift a little bit forward and hold this throughout the entire time. Don't forget all of the cues that I just told you when we did the other side. Constantly tuck, stay in the separate lanes, 90-degree angles, using your breath to guide you. Squeeze the right booty, brace your core, stay calm and stable throughout the entire 2 minutes.
But you keep coming back to tell me sorry that you take back all the things you said just to hurt me. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in. When I begin to get myself together again, you are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to show me. Sorry you have changed now, but it's the same old story. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake.
Floor slides up next, laying on your back. Your hands will go up to the ceiling, down to the floor, and then thumbs toward the floor again, aiming for 90-degree angles. You're going to go all the way up as high as you can, all the way back down the entire time. Depending on your mobility and current range of motion, you might not be able to even touch the floor and or move. So my suggestion is just to relax and move through a position that works best for you. Try not to push yourself through any ranges of motion that you do not have. You will feel this in your chest and external rotators of your shoulder girdle. Again, using your breath to guide you the entire time. Make sure you keep your rib cage pressed down. So again, no arch in the mid or lower back. Take your time as you go all the way up as high as you can and then all the way down as low as you can. Or, like I said, feel free to just stay in one position the entire time. Get your body and your arms used to being in this nice opened position.
To get over you again. Have to get over you again. California, the sun is always shining bright. People are smiling, making plans, hiding behind their shades, and you're doing the same. No rain, no flowers, nothing's growing where you're at. Heart is fire, but baby, I bet you're cold without me. Even when it's 90 degrees, without me, I bet that you can get any sleep in the bed.
Adductor rocks are up next. You're going to be on your hands and your knees. You're going to bring your right leg out to the side, toes facing forward, a nice straight leg, and try to have your right foot aim to be in the same lane as your left knee. This is where we need the roller, the water bottle, or anything rolly that you have. You're going to place it and keep it on your low back the entire time. You're going to push yourself back just a little bit and then rock yourself forward the entire time. This position will look different for everyone depending where you are in your journey. You might not even be able to keep your legs straight. You might not even be able to get the water bottle or the roller even on your back. If so, just try to get into a position that works best for you and breathe. Try to hold the position as long as you can, and if you are able to get into the position that looks similar to mine, make sure you are pushing your chest and your face away from the floor, keeping everything neutral, rocking back as much as you can right before you feel like the water or the roller will fall off, taking a deep breath, coming back to the starting position. You will feel a really big stretch along the inside of your thigh and leg of the right leg. Again, this is a pretty active move like most moves have been so far. So again, make sure you're pushing your chest and your face away from the floor, using your breath to guide you as you rock back and forth, or if you just stay in the one position the whole time. Use your breath to guide you. Do not push yourself through any ranges of motion that you do not have yet, and take your time.
In the bed, lying awake, 'cause I'm not there beside you, keeping you warm, and I know I bet you're cold. You're so damn cold. It never rains in California. The sun is always shining bright. I won't get close to your heartache if you won't open your door.
Moving into adductor rocks on the other side, same setup as last time. Left leg will go out to the side. You're going to take your roller, water bottle, whatever you have, place it on your low back. Make sure it stays there, or again, if you feel like you cannot keep it on, that is totally okay. You will work your way up to that. Rocking back and forward, or just staying there throughout the entire 2 minutes. Like with most of the moves, this is a good opportunity to learn maybe one side is tighter than the other. Maybe you are more mobile on one hip or inner thigh than the other. So definitely take notes as you are going through the moves. So this might be easier for you to rock back on this side, or it might be harder and you have to stay in the one position the entire time. Don't forget to use your breath to guide you. I know I've said that 1,010 times the entire time, but it is important. Stay at your own pace. take your time and find a position that works best for you.
If that's what you want, then baby, try to believe me when I say that you can tell me anything. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. So let it all out of me.
And don't forget, it is totally okay if your roller falls off, just like it did for me. You can just place it back on, get into the right position, and carry on.
Out of me. I can see it in your eyes that you're shaking, 'cause you're holding it back. Maybe you'll make up your mind, now I'm here by your side. I'm here. Let it all out of me. Let it all out of me. Oh, I will hold you in the dark, make you forget about what's wrong. Let it all out of me.
Child's pose is up next. You're going to start on your hands and your knees. You're going to rock yourself back so that your booty goes towards your heels, arms straight out in front of you, and relax into it. A couple options with this move throughout the entire 2 minutes. You can just stay in this one position, trying to get your chest and your belly to go towards the floor. You will feel this stretch in your arms, your lats, your upper and mid back, your lower back. This is a nice move to sit and relax in. Another additional thing for you to do, if you'd like, is to go side to side. So you can take your hands and bring them all the way to the right side, and then putting a nice big stretch in the left side body and lats. You can hold this here for a couple breaths, and then you can go to the other side. So then walking your hands all the way over to the left side, feeling the nice big stretch in the right side. You can come back to the center, play around with what position feels best for you. Again, use your breath to guide you.
To outgrow it. Time changes people, we both know this. It's a change of season when the tide comes rolling in, and you realize there's nothing there to begin. Never thought I'd be so far from home. Never thought our love could grow so cold. Never thought we had to run through burning fire. Never thought I had to miss you and I. Oh, I'm counting roadblocks, you're counting crossroads. They were always there, but we never made a choice. It was never on the map, on this crooked road called.
The pigeon stretch is up next. You're going to go into a little bit of a plank. Bring your right leg forward, trying to get it in a nice right angle as parallel as you can to your shoulders. And we are just going to sit and hold. Now, if this position is way too hard for you to get into, you might have your right heel a little bit closer to your left leg. Definitely find a position that works best for you and feels best without pushing yourself through any range of motion that you do not have yet. This is a big external rotator stretch of your right hips. You're going to feel that all in the external rotators and the glutes of your right side. And by default, being in this position, you might feel a little bit of a stretch in your left hip flexor as well, and your left quad. We're going to stay in this position the entire time. Try to keep yourself pretty upright, so a nice straight flat back, and as neutral of a neck as you can. And of course, no shocker here, using your breath to relax as much as you can in this move for the entire 2 minutes.
Another glass and I am going places, makes me laugh about the irony of everything.
We are now going into the pigeon stretch of the left side. So you're going to bring that left leg forward, aiming for as much of a 90-degree angle as you can. Right leg will be back and just sitting in this for the entire 2 minutes. Don't forget all of the cues that I had given you for the other side. This side might look a little bit different. You might be able to get into the stretch more than you were on the other side, or this might be a little bit harder for you to get into this position. Again, learning how your body moves and works as we go along through this whole entire circuit. Make sure you stay breathing the entire time, stay calm and relaxed for the rest of the 2 minutes.
You smile like a flash in the universe. You are illuminating. I don't really care about the people in the bar line. I don't really mind all the woo girls doing stage dives. I don't care at all, baby. You got my attention. So you were saying, I don't see the logic of things. It's quite a lonely world that we're living in. Oh, baby, you are something special, I'm sure. Everything makes total sense when you're next to me.
And that is it for the mobility circuit moves. We are moving into diaphragmatic breathing. You can remove the socks from your toes. I'm going to have you lay on your back, your stomach, or sitting upright. We are going to be doing my 5-5-5 method, a 5-second inhale, 5-second hold, 5-second exhale of your breath, aiming for a 360-degree expansion of your entire torso. I will count the entire thing. Here we go. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your breath, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And repeat. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are all done. Hopefully you are feeling good. I know I'm feeling good. I love a good mobility circuit. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a great day and I will see you next time. Bye! As we... Yay!